Hello comrades. Before we get into this video, please note that in the near future, I will be changing my content from Roblox to other games like Minecraft or other Steam games. Due to that I am getting a little bored of it. But no pressure, at least I can still upload for you guys. Also, thanks to Lilo RG for asking me to make a video of my faction known as the Nov Mercenary. Anyways, let's get started. The Nov Mercenary. A faction of mine that I used to lead from 2018 to 2022. It has a rich history and rivalry during its time. On this video, I will be going to explain how this mysterious faction of mine emerged from Roblox, and what project it had to get so much influence. On 2018, Downtown RP, the paramilitary organization was still an ordinary mafia back in the days. The Super Thunder Times 2300 was just around a boss or known as vice leader on that time. Its original leader, however, was forgotten. I even tried finding him on Roblox in order to put his or her username in the group for stronger memories. Anyways, back to the history. The Super Thunder Times 2300 and his boss was having good income, and the mafia was doing great on its business. But suddenly, it got raided by the Robine. The goons fought back bravely, but they were outnumbered, outgunned, and outmatched. The Super Thunder Times 2300 managed to flee with the remaining cash from the hideout, but his boss got defeated and instantly quit Downtown RP. The Super Thunder Times 2300 had no choice but to take leadership in order to keep the organization alive. He went into hiding for days underground printing money to replenish losses. But suddenly, he met a person known as Oxy Devil, who is a gun dealer in Downtown RP. After he recruited him to the mafia, the organization was rapidly rising. And on November 2nd, 2018, here it is. The Nov Mercenary has been formed. After its formation, the Super Thunder Times 2300 promoted Oxy Devil to vice leader. The November Mercenary has also managed to raid the Robine and rob the jewelry store easily. But suddenly, after a med joined the server, it boosted the Robine's morale, and causing the Nov Mercenary to retreat to its base. Oxy Devil said that Downtown RP was too dangerous to operate and had no choice but to relocate to a new game. But luckily, Oxy Devil found one easily. At last, the capital of the Nov Mercenary was found. Electric State Dark RP, the only capital that managed the November Mercenary to operate for more than a year. It is proudly said that the Nov Mercenary had found the most suited capital game in Roblox for just short period of time. The November Mercenary operated here for more than 2 years. Quite a long time, but after when the DMCA striked, its popularity rapidly decreased, and left the Nov Mercenary no choice but to find a new capital game to operate. This is where things get bad. This is known as the Great Inactivity Crisis of early 2021. Because there is no known suited capital for the November Mercenary, it almost said that they were gonna decommission it by that year. But it got saved by the bell. The game finally got released, known as the New World, a colonial timeline based in Canada during the 16th to 18th century. It operated and started to do reforms in order to continue its journey in Roblox. It is also known that the only capital game of the Nov Mercenary was able to hit 100 members and above, making the New World the easiest game to recruit due to its nature of the game. Unlike Electric State Dark RP and the other capital games where the Nov Mercenary used to operate, it even managed to hit a rally manpower of 10 and above. Still the highest for the Nov Mercenary to rally, and the record still stands until today. But due to the dumb developers of the New World making bad updates, it slowly decreased player gameplay and interest, and lacking YouTube sponsorship, which caused a potential game to crash down. There is, however, one day this game can be revived by better developers in the future. The Nov Mercenary had no choice but to temporarily operate in Electric State while finding a new capital again. After months of finding, it finally found one. The Wild West, a game set in the late 19th century or early 20th century USA. It is a cowboy-based game where you can realistically do the same activity like in cowboy movies, which the Nov Mercenary decided to operate here and made it its new capital game. There are, however, some drawbacks. Unlike the New World and Electric State, recruiting in-game was difficult. It had no choice but to rely on YouTube sponsorship and Discord recruiting in order to gain new members. It operated here only for around 3-4 months. Due to the nature of the game is boring in the long term. After the Wild West got boring, the Nov Mercenary was no choice but to find a new game once again. The Super Thunder Times 2300 said that there is actually a game, but still being developed and costed Robux in order to play. It is known as Project Delta, the successor of both Lost and Dust. Both games were struck by the DMCA, sued by the Rust developers for copy content issues. The Super Thunder Times 2300 hopes that this game will come out by early to mid-2023. The Nov Mercenary was going to die in the mid-2022, but it got saved once again by Apocalypse Rising 2. one of the oldest known Roblox classic games before Tix was removed. Apocalypse Rising 2 is a remake of Apocalypse Rising 1, which is infested by a huge amount of hackers due to outdated scripts that is still based before 2016. The Nova Mercenary's new leader Russian CCC told every member that they will make this as the new capital game, but like the Wild West, not only recruiting is a problem, but also training. Due to the nature of the game being a survival apocalyptic zombie game, which has random spawns, so the Nova Mercenary has to rely once again on YouTube sponsors and Discord server recruitment. And this is the topic where it gets hurt. The Nova Mercenary started declining after the Super Thunder Times 2300 temporary appointment as director of the Nova Mercenary in order to revive the faction and make the maintenance much easier for the current leader Russian CCC. But due to high rising of inactivity rates and lack of maintenance by the new leaders in power, the Nova National Congress has declared that the Nova Mercenary was too hard to maintain at this point and have no choice but to decommission it. But the former leaders of the Nova Mercenaries Band.me, Espus, Russian CCC and the Super Thunder Times 2300 all decided to keep the Nova Mercenaries server up in order to preserve memories. The lifespan of the Nova Mercenary is 2018 up to 2022. It had 5 leaders including the forgotten founder of it in downtown RP. It had much influence in its conquered games. But all has come to an end. I hope you liked this video. Please subscribe and click the bell button to get more notifications from me.